Twende.
Welcome home, Samantha Solomon.
Yeah.
Come with me as I explore Christmas time and New Year's in Kenya 2024. You will see in Nairobi, Kenya, merchandise of Christmas trees and Christmas decorations, and the malls are decorated, but many Kenyans have never experienced the Christmas that we have here in the States. So let's go. Just like in the States, in Kenya, hotels, malls, downtown, everything is decorated so beautiful, and they really do go all the way out. It kind of reminds you of being down south, and for me, it reminds me of being in like South Florida. Just like in the US, it is no different in Kenya during the holiday times. Here we are at Two Rivers Mall, where people are getting in that last minute Christmas shopping, and there's people there who are doing that people watching that we love to do during the holidays as well. And at this particular mall called Two Rivers, you have all the young people, young at heart and young in age, in the courtyard. They're dancing, they're singing. It is just a joyous time, no different than in the US. And because this is something that is new to many people, it was such an honor to be able to share in the U.S. culture of celebrating Christmas with the Christmas tree and the decorations. Many have grown up not with this type of tradition. And so my partner in crime in Kenya, Job, has never experienced growing up with a Christmas tree from the village. That is not something that they traditionally do. So it was such a fun time to share in decorating the tree, explaining what the stockings are, what the tree is, and even how, commercial we do the Santa Claus, understanding who was Santa Claus, and it was just really a fun time. And I can't wait till it's my turn to experience Christmas as they do it in the village. So stay tuned. Just as I was able to share just a little bit of the U.S. culture when it comes to Christmas, here is now my opportunity to be able to share in Christmas of how the Kenyans do it. And a typical Christmas meal is where you will make chapati, which you see me making from scratch, and just spending time with family and really just focusing on the true reason for the season, and that is with celebrating Jesus. So you're eating, you're going to church, and you are just truly being thankful for family and all that God has blessed you with. And more importantly, that God has blessed you with his son, Jesus. This was such a humbling and beautiful experience to be able to share in this family who has called me their own, and I am truly, truly grateful. So on Christmas Day here in Africa, one of the ways that they celebrate it with the children is that they get the children dressed up in what we would consider their Sunday best, and they take them to the mall. And it reminds you almost of how in the US we celebrate this way with the children for Easter. But here in Kenya, all of the children get dressed up in their Sunday best, and there is games, there is candy, they're able to run around the mall and just really have a good time. There's pictures being taken of families and kids, and it's just wall to wall children. And also, in some traditions, they go to the supermarket on the day of Christmas for their Christmas meal. And others who don't go into town, they actually do it at home. So what you see is what you're going to eat. So if I saw the chicken running around in the yard, that was going to be on the dinner table. And if there was a cow in the yard, that was going to be the milk in my African tea. Christmas time in Africa is really about family. They take family serious, and I can't thank Job enough for sharing his family. And now I have a whole slew of uncles and aunties and grandmoms, and it was just beautiful. And you cannot tell me I am not a Luganda. So I thank him from the bottom of my heart sincerely for sharing in traditions and the love that I received from his family and grandmom and great grandmom. It just brings tears to your eyes. But it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So, I believe. Mm-mm.
They think may be part of Russia's so-called shadow fleet used by Moscow to evade Western sanctions. The Eagle S tanker was stopped.
Okay, so we have wrapped up Christmas and now I am on a plane to Mombasa, aka the Kenya Caribbean, for some sun, relaxation, and to celebrate New Year's. And someone has a birthday December the 31st. And so this is going to be celebrated typically how we would do it in the US, or if you live in the Caribbean, or if you live in South Florida, and that is just on the beach, getting some sun, getting some rest, and just being blessed. Happy New Year. So this is the Indian Ocean, and one of the neat things about the Indian Ocean in this particular area where you really get to see it happen and you just sit back and say only but God, and it's just amazing at the work of his hand that we get to see in nature. But with the Indian Ocean, it literally pushes back, and they like to call it that is going for a walk, and it would be completely dry land, and in the picture you can see the pillars were completely uncovered, but at a certain time of the day that water comes back and the pillars that you saw on the side are completely covered. Amazing. And who was that person who had a special birthday? It is no other than Mr. Job Masabi Luganda. And the neat thing about birthdays here that is different in the US is that when someone has a birthday, they do celebrate, and that's no different. But when they are given a cake, the birthday person cuts the cake, and then they start walking around and feeding the guest. They get fed, and then they start feeding the guest all around with the birthday cake. So they feed you. You don't get a slice of cake and take it to your table. They walk around and actually feed you. And I thought that was pretty neat. Happy birthday, Job.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgie. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 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 Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 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 Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear brother. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? 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 Kata keki tule, 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 kata keki Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Kenya Nakupenda.